record numbers of Christians in Nigeria. And they have other countries very bad also. You know that part of the world very bad. They're killing the Christians and killing them in very large numbers. I'm not going to allow that to happen.
This is our last chance. Now, an external body is taking a look at what is going on. Nobody has said that everything will turn El Dorado. After all, for over 100 years, has Nigeria ever been El Dorado? Nobody is saying that if Donald Trump and USA, if they intervene, because I do not see this as an invention. This is not an invasion, oh. Because if we are talking about invasion, the Fulani bandits have been invading the Middle Belt. They invaded my village in Oyo State. They invaded Ehamufu, Andoni in Enugu, Afikpo in Ebonyi, Bokos in Plateau State. So many places that they've invaded the Nigerian armies. Where were they? To this very day, those people that invaded Deborah, caught alive short, the Nigerian intelligence have not been able to capture one of them. Just one. There was no tekiya or takiya or fatwa or whatever they used to call it, fatwa, from the seat of the caliphate on those children. Those children have their database recorded in the Sokoto University, because those students, those people that killed Deborah, were our colleagues. So that shouldn't be too difficult to get. Yesterday we saw what Kwankwaso went through in the hands of the United States. How the United States representative dug into the books of archives to expose those behind the Sharia blasphemy laws. Kwankwaso, in an hypocritical tweet, said, well, Nigeria is a country united in all ramifications. And what Trump's men did was simple. They exposed him. Kwankwaso, this is you. When you signed into the penal code law for the northern states, that blasphemy should be used to adjudicate people. And what do we have? In a surprising shock, we saw the presidency. The presidency started deleting all the tweets. Everybody was shocked, like, what? Hey, you know what they did? Tinubu just removed himself. Me and Kwankwaso, we know deal. My hand no deal. And I just say that this is the last chance any southern candidate has to restructure this country. You will understand that since the last 7 days, all the northern generals, these are the former top Nigerian army generals, Abdulsalam, mention them, go on. They have said that the northern Nigerians, the Nigerian army must be ready to die as martyrs for their nation. The Nigeria must not split where the North will go their separate ways. This is why I have to say it, that if Tinubu fails to restructure this nation, of course, because this is apparently his last chance, then we should forget that the South will ever be politically relevant as far as Nigeria is concerned.
I feel like what is happening to the president now, it's just karma, because this same thing that is happening to him is the same thing that he and his cohorts did to Goodluck Ebele Jonathan when he was in power. You remember when the Chibok girls was kidnapped, and then the next thing, boom, you already have the placard. The first, people already went to the first lady. You can see the first lady of the America with the placard saying, "Bring back our girls." He used those insecurities and different issues to drive him out of office. And now that he's in power, we are expecting him to fix some of those issues which he complained about when Jonathan was still in power, which I think the North and also the elite created themselves to oust him from the presidential villa. And them being in power now, they're not really doing much, neglecting those significant issues. It's really, really worrisome for me.
I apologize for those who have been attacking me that I called IPOB terrorists. Well, according to the Nigerian conscription, whatever.
It's true. It's true. because that's one thing I keep saying. They not have enjoyed immense privilege from the Nigeria state itself. And I believe there's no other region in Nigeria that have ever enjoyed such privilege. So when it have to do with the North, there's always this, leeway for them. They get away with everything, not anything, everything. But when it comes to Southwest, Southeast, it's always different because just like what he said now, the IPOB declaring them a terrorist organization, then you're giving the bandit retribution, giving them free pass, rehabilitations, and so many other things.
If it was the southern terrorists, which is non-existent, by the way, that are committing such atrocities, you will not have our kings coming out saying that an attack against these people is an attack. No. Have we not seen documentations where so many northern kings, the Sultan said it. He said it in the past. I don't know his stance today, because I cannot guarantee if he still hold that position. But in the past, when Jonathan was there, a southern candidate, they said an attack on the Boko Haram is an attack on the north. We saw Shegumi saying that these people in the bush are our freedom fighters. Oh boy, yeah. I'm going to play you a cassette right now, how the North willfully allow these people to hold sway, how they confessed. In the Senate, they were saying that that time Jonathan brought machineries. But because of political exigencies, we said, no, we did all manners of, propaganda. We pushed Jonathan. We even went to the United States of America to report Jonathan that he was against the North. He wants to kill the North, blah, 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 blah. Man, last chance, I repeat, last chance Tinubu has restructured this country. I did not say you should destroy the country. I did not say you should dissolve the country. I want Nigeria to still exist. But our prefix must change. Our constitution must be recaptured.
So here are my quick thoughts on this. I feel like they not contribute nothing and want more. They just want to, hold on to the grip of power, control the affairs of the nation, and dictate who goes and who does not. Because to them, they feel like they have the highest number of votes. So they should be able to, and then they feel like they are the most populated in terms of region. So they should be able to still hold on to the power and then control the affairs of the nation. And when you look at development, the North has not really developed that much because you have high level of illiteracy, and then you have the bandits, the Fulanis, and the herdsmen. Different things happening. The insecurity is even more in the North compared to any other region in Nigeria. It's more of a good reason why they wouldn't want the country to divide, because if it does, it's going to affect them the more compared to any other region